Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Southeastern Plastic Surgery's virtual hot topic for today. I'm Kristen Costa, and I'm a member of the team at Southeastern Plastic Surgery. I'm a physician assistant here, and I've been here for 20 years, and we actually just celebrated our 20th anniversary this month. So we're super excited that you're joining us, and if you join us later in the event, we will continue talking throughout this whole thing. I'm delighted to be the moderator for today. And today we're going to actually take you into one of our spa treatment rooms where you can actually experience one of our most popular treatment plans that we have, microdermabrasion. So we invite you throughout the whole event today to ask questions, or if you want to ask questions after the event, that's completely fine as well. We would love to answer your questions. We may answer them live at the end when we do have a question and answer service or time. And if not, then we will email you with the answers later on. Before we get started, I'm going to introduce to you our skincare specialist that's going to be doing the procedure microdermabrasion today. It is Annie Nelson. She brings to the table over 25 years of aesthetic experience, which is really amazing. And she's actually been with Southeastern Plastic Surgery for 17 years. So we've been getting the full benefit of Annie for a very long time, and we love having her here. We also want to thank our model, Leslie, who is going to be receiving the microdermabrasion treatment, and she may answer some questions if you have any of those as well. So let's get started. So Annie, what's the main reason that someone would decide to maybe choose a microdermabrasion?
Hi, the main reason would be if they wanted some anti-aging benefits, just kind of needed a youthful, healthy glow that kind of been cooped up with COVID for a while and needs to get out and kind of get refreshed. It's great for some surface hyperpigmentation, removing that, diminishing some little fine lines, stimulating some collagen, and just glowing from the results, just kind of sloughing off those dead cells.
What are some main reasons, before we get started, what are some main reasons we might want to do good skincare? Is that important, really?
Good skincare is the most important, as well. Of course, sunscreen is probably the most important thing. The main reasons to do it would just be to kind of just to rejuvenate your skin.
Great. Let's see, now we're going to take a look at Leslie's skin. So could you explain to us and just kind of walk us through why Leslie might benefit from a microdermabrasion?
Absolutely. Leslie's skin is beautiful, but she does have a little bit larger pores. And she also has a little bit of surface hyperpigmentation. So it's going to help to exfoliate, to help clean out some of those pores. I've started with doing a couple of cleanses. And then normally I would put on an appropriate mask, but her skin's a little bit oily, so something that would help exfoliate some of that oil before we got started. And then we would kind of do the treatment and then finish with some extractions and possibly put on a little peel afterwards with her little oilier skin.
So if my skin was a little more dry, would you have a different sort of peel that I may benefit from?
If your skin was kind of dry, we may decide not to do a peel that day.
Okay.
We might do some kind of hydration mask at the end.
Okay,
kind of rejuvenate.
So each treatment, even though you're receiving a microdermabrasion, really is tailored towards the person whose skin you're looking at.
Absolutely. It's definitely individualized for whatever your skin's in the mood for and what your concerns are.
That's great. Maybe do you mind doing the procedure, and we'll just you can kind of talk us through what you're going to do. I know you mentioned that you already cleaned her skin a little bit and she's had a peel. So now when you would get ready to start the treatment, just kind of walk us through a little bit of what you do.
Okay, certainly. Our machine is unique. Most microdermabrasion machines have some little aluminum oxide crystals that kind of shoot out, and that's what you're using in the procedure to exfoliate. Ours is a diamond tone. It has all of the little diamond cuts in the tip of the wand. So that's what's loosening the stratum corneum, getting rid of those dead skin cells. It's just a little bit more unique because you can kind of go up and down, back and forth, little circular motions, and does the best job.
Great. Well, you want to go ahead and do it and show us what would happen?
Certainly. So it just depends, but normally I'd start down here on the chin, and it's just softly exfoliating the dead skin cells. There are different tips. Some of them are a little bit harsher, a little bit coarser, that might be good for acne scarring. This particular one's just a good general overall way to get these dead cells off.
So you said there's different tips. I know it's a little hard to hear sometimes over the machine. So there's different tips that are used depending on each person's different skin type. Is that what you were saying?
That's correct. We also have a much larger tip that's for a microdermabrasion of the back. If some people are needing a back facial, a lot of times we'll do a microdermabrasion on their back as well.
And in a minute, when she's finished, we're going to ask you, Leslie, how it feels, because I know that's going to be a big question that a lot of patients are curious about.
Okay.
And you can see all the different directions that she's going based off of the different skin areas that she's in, or depending on which areas may need a little bit more.
A little extra exfoliation.
A little extra exfoliation. And it looks like you're going to do a little bit on her neck. That's pretty great too. So is that kind of standard treatment that you would get a little bit on your neck?
It is, yep.
All right, so I know that was just a little bit more abbreviated, just being, for the sake of time and also for explanation. But so Leslie, give us a how did that feel?
It felt really good. You can feel the suction coming from the probe or wand. I'm not sure exactly the proper terminology, because it sucks to your face as she slowly moves it, and you can feel it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't feel like it's scratching. It's actually very soothing. It's almost like a comforting feeling. But it's tolerable. It's nothing that I would say that hurt.
Oh, great. Annie, so after this, what would you typically do? So after the patient's had the microdermabrasion, and again, I know the procedure normally would last a little longer, but so kind of what would you do at this point?
So at this point, we would do some extractions, and that would just, be removing any, helping with the clogged pores. And then a lot of times, before microdermabrasion, we may do a little epidermal leveling first. And that's a little blade that gets some hairs and dead skin cells off, and then follow it with the microdermabrasion. And a lot of times at the end of a microdermabrasion, I would put on a chemical peel.
Okay.
Which, once the skin cells are exfoliated and they're lifted, then the chemical peel can seep in that much better and do even a more effective job.
Could you just do the microdermabrasion, or would you have to do the chemical peel at the same time?
No, you can definitely just do the microdermabrasion.
So again, truly customized treatments here?
Absolutely.
Great.
Microdermabrasion is by far our most popular thing that we do here.
No, it sounds like something great. So what's the advantage? You just said doing microdermabrasion here. So what's the real advantage of having microdermabrasion done here at Southeastern Plastic Surgery rather than at another spa in town or on campus?
Probably the biggest thing is that the brand of the machine that we use, because it has the diamond cuts in the tip of the wand versus just the crystal shooting out. And then two, whatever, because it's a medical office, we can use more medical grade chemical peels and products and just give a overall better treatment.
So real results oriented driven.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So also speaking of the machine, you were talking about the machine. What are the difference? Some patients will tell me that they've bought a home microdermabrasion machine. What's the difference in doing a home microdermabrasion machine versus yours?
A home microdermabrasion machine is great for, maybe like just a little light sloughing, and there's nothing wrong with using that by any means. It's just not going to give you the full benefit of doing one, with a kind of a high powered machine.
Okay.
More medical grade machine.
Yeah. Do you recommend starting a skincare routine prior to any facial surgery you might have or an upcoming procedure?
Absolutely.
What would the benefit of that be?
It's just going to help with the integrity of your skin to kind of get it in shape before you have a procedure, a facelift or whatever, a chemical peel, any type of deeper peel. It's just going to give the best elasticity for your skin, and your skin will just be in its best health if you start beforehand.
Okay. Back to kind of the microdermabrasion. Can this treatment be done on all skin types?
It's appropriate for all skin types, men, women, even do a lot of teenagers. Teenagers are starting to get their acne, and it's just a great treatment, especially with a little peel to help with that.
Oh, and that's something else you had mentioned that I'm not sure if the viewers heard when you were doing the procedure, but that you actually have a tip that can be done on the back too?
Absolutely. It's a little bit larger, and it just covers a little bit more surface
Is
area.
that more for people who would have acne on their back, or what kind of?
Possibly acne. If somebody was getting ready to go on a cruise or a gala or some type of event, they'll want to get a back facial and have a little back microdermabrasion.
So with microdermabrasion, is this a procedure we would do on a regular schedule, or is it truly just for special events?
Most people come about every 4 to 6 weeks, about once a month. We do always have packages available for that. In January, we always have our annual package event, and that's 5 or more services that can be combined. Of course, microdermabrasion's at the top of the list, but yes, we can make up whatever your skin needs and whatever your anti-aging requests are.
Great. If I had a special event coming up, like you were mentioning a gala before, how long before the event, or if I had a wedding, should someone come in and have this procedure done?
Before a wedding, I would come for maybe a trial facial even a month out, just to make sure that your skin doesn't react adversely. You wouldn't want to have a breakout right before your wedding.
Right.
But most people, maybe 2-3 days before, that will come in for epidermal leveling, which may not be done with the microdermabrasion, but it makes your skin optimum before for your makeup to go on, and just makes for the most beautiful bride.
Great. So Leslie looks really great. So it looks like this is this really a procedure that I could go back to work or go to a special event right after if I needed to, if I had a work happy hour that I needed to go to,
Absolutely.
or a child's meeting at school. Could I do that, or would I need some downtime?
No, you could go right back to work. Even if a peel is applied, you could still go back to work. I have lots of wonderful Jane Iredale BB cream that we can apply, so you'll look like you have your makeup on when you go back. So yes, absolutely, you can go back to work.
And we can see, Leslie looks very glowing right now, so it looks like you wouldn't want to put on any makeup though, because her skin looks so great.
Most people prefer to do it and go home and relax. We also have later appointments a couple of days a week, so you can come after work and then just be hydrated and go home, and no need to cleanse your face before you go to bed.
Oh, that sounds really convenient. All right, Leslie, any other feelings that you have from your procedure?
I did have a quick question talking about like downtime. When can you exercise like with sweating and everything?
You could go to the gym after you have a microdermabrasion. If a chemical peel was applied after, though, you would want to wait probably 24 hours. You don't want to do anything to overheat your skin after a peel is applied.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm going to go back into the other room and see if we've had any questions come through from any viewers, okay? So it looks like we had a couple come through that were answered, but one thing we did just want to readdress is someone did mention, how often should you do a microdermabrasion? And Annie, I think you answered that already, but in case somebody didn't hear when you said that, would you say it again, how often you would want to do a microdermabrasion?
Sure. You'd want to come about every 4 to 6 weeks.
So 4 to 6 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Is that something that people schedule before they leave with you often? Do they book another appointment, or is it just something you can kind of tell when your skin needs it, or how would you know?
You can tell by the feel of your skin when your skin needs it. It's just people say their skin starts to feel heavy and it's time for their treatment. But usually that's about 4, 6, 8 weeks, just whatever you prefer. But for the most benefit, 4 to 6 weeks. You'll see our skin cells the cell sloughing process slows down as we age. So if you come in about every 40 days or 30, 40 days, you'll have the best results.
That sounds great. So it sounds like we all need to get on a good treatment plan.
Yeah.
So overall, to kind of map out our skincare needs and plan here at the Spot Southeastern Plastic Surgery, we do recommend that you come in for an in-depth skincare consultation with one of our skincare specialists, either Annie or we have Charla. This is going to be your first step toward actually achieving your healthiest and more beautiful complexion. Remember that services are available for both men and women. We do have some holidays coming up, so I think that it would be wonderful to think about some significant others or family members or sisters or brothers even, or friends, and potentially think about some gift certificates. For a complete list of our offerings and upcoming specials at the Spot Southeastern Plastic Surgery, you can visit our website that you can see right now. It's www.se-plasticsurgery.com. And while you're there, we'd love to hear from you. There is a place that you can join our mailing list, or click on the Contact Us form if you do have any questions that you have. This year, we're going to do our open house just a little bit different. I know a lot of you are really kind of looking forward to that. It's been a wonderful event for many years now. And unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 situations, we're not going to be able to actually have our in-house open house, but not to worry. This year's going to be a virtual experience full of surprises for our viewers. So mark your calendars for December 4th. That is going to be the virtual open house. Join our email blast and follow us on social media, either on Instagram or on Facebook for more information. And you'll also be receiving an email when you join our email list if you don't already. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's been wonderful to be here with you. We hope you have a great weekend. And don't forget to turn your clocks back.